We heard from Angel Reese today, and we heard from Tyler Marsh. Tyler Marsh, folks, let's send our best wishes to Tyler Marsh. He's about to be called every name under the book. Sellout, Uncle Tom. They didn't even think, they didn't have the forethought to even say, this is what our story is going to be, and we need to stick to it. This is what our alibi is going to be, and we need to stick to it.
The WNBA just launched an investigation into alleged racist comments, but here's the kicker. There's no solid evidence. Now, Chicago Sky head coach Tyler Marsh may have blown the lid off the entire controversy. What he just revealed about what he did or didn't hear during the game is absolutely stunning. Did Marsh just accidentally expose the truth behind the league's most talked about investigation?
There was actually something newsworthy said today in regards to the alleged hateful fan comments made toward Angel Reese during the Fever and Sky game on Saturday, because the Sky actually gathered for practice today, and they spoke, and both the coach and Reese spoke.
In a statement that's shaking up the basketball world, Marsh admitted something that directly challenges Angel Reese's version of events. So here's the question. Why is the WNBA launching a full-scale investigation based purely on social media buzz? No video, no audio, no first-hand reports. Just rumors. Instead of celebrating a historic game, we're chasing a narrative that may not even exist. And what Reese posted online? It clashes hard with the victim image some are trying to paint. If you're with Indiana, drop a "I've got the fever" in the comments, because this one's getting messy.
More notable comments came from Tyler Marsh, the head coach of the Chicago Sky. Here is what he said without further ado, which is probably the biggest bit of information, actual information we've gotten since this whole can of worms was opened, other than the actual statement.
Coach Tyler Marsh may have said just 6 words, but they hit like a hammer. I heard when everyone else did. That was his direct response when asked when he first heard about the alleged racist comments. Let that sink in. The head coach of the Chicago Sky, courtside the entire game, only learned about the incident at the same time as Twitter. Marsh added, "I think it's something we heard about. We're just being forthcoming with whatever the league wants to do investigation-wise." Translation: they saw the same posts we all did.
One investigation with your team is we're gonna have an investigation.
Yeah, I think we agree. I think we're, in compliance with them, with the league, and obviously there's no rumor space in our game for hate. So we're complying with everything that's going on.
Coach, when did you become aware that there was hate speech that happened?
I think when everyone else did. I think that it's something that we heard about, and so. Again, we're just forthcoming with anything that the league is able to do investigation-wise.
The Sky organization didn't witness anything during the game. They're responding to the same social media posts we all saw. Not one player mentioned it during the game, not in timeouts, not during substitutions.
Just a quick follow-up on it. Just because you coached in Indiana, did you ever have any issues with that while you were coaching there?
I think my focus was always on the team and on the organization and doing my job as best as I could. And so, that's kind of what it is.
Were you learning this throughout the game or just at that moment?
Oh, I was concentrated on our team and what we were doing game plan-wise against Indiana.
Not a single Sky player mentioned anything during the game. Not during timeouts, not during substitutions. No one flagged anything. The Sky organization is reacting to the exact same tweets and online noise as the rest of us.
But the telling admission is I found out when everyone else did. When did you become aware? When everyone else did. What does that indicate? That the Sky did not know or did not hear anything in real time or see anything in real time. So that makes the Sky, that makes the Fever, that makes me, that makes everyone I talked to who was in the arena, everyone else who has spoken from the arena.
Yet the WNBA dropped a full investigation anyway. Their statement reads, "The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society." Sounds strong, but notice what's missing. Any actual evidence. This was a nationally televised game. Multiple camera angles. Courtside microphones picking up sneakers, whistles, trash talk, and supposedly missed multiple racist slurs? Not one reporter heard them. No fan videos. No in-game complaints to security. So why is the league moving forward with an investigation that's built on nothing but hearsay?
That makes no cameras, no cell phones. So far, no nothing to substantiate the alleged hateful fan comments or fan misconduct or however you want to label it, which makes me question mightily what the investigation is based on. And I would love to hear on the record what the investigation is based on, because based on all the information we have, the leading theory has to be it's based on the social media nonsense.
2024, an arena full of smartphones, broadcast cameras, and live mics. Yet not a single piece of footage or audio captured the alleged racist comments. No fan reports, no announcer warnings, no security involvement. So what exactly is the WNBA investigating?
There was another post from an account that I think now went private or deactivated that alleged things were said to Reese, but no even proof that that person was there or not, whether they were there or not, whether they saw or heard anything or not, nothing to back it up. And if that is indeed the case, it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. It really, really now seems like this is based on social media, and that the social media stuff was based on Sky fans online who couldn't handle getting the belt to the ass, who couldn't handle the beating that the Indiana Fever put out on the Sky there.
Who benefits from this narrative? Look at the scoreboard. Indiana 93, Chicago 58. The Sky were embarrassed on their home court, and Angel Reese was completely outplayed. The WNBA took social media chatter and turned it into a full investigation without a shred of in-game evidence. That's not just reckless, it's suspicious.
After watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, not some basketball rivalry hate.
Watch the game footage, and the story falls apart. With 4:38 left in the EO, third, Caitlin Clark committed a flagrant 1 foul on Reese. Reese didn't turn to the stands. She immediately confronted Clark. If she'd heard something offensive, wouldn't her anger have gone toward the fans? But it didn't. Her focus was only on Clark.
There is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Caitlin Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her.
Throughout the entire on-court confrontation, no one pointed to the crowd, spoke to referees, or signaled anything unusual. Players, coaches, and officials treated it like a typical physical play. The body language said it all. This was a basketball scuffle, not a reaction to fan behavior. No gestures, no crowd warnings, nothing.
After the foul that Caitlin Clark put on Angel Reese tried to hit her. But if it wasn't for Aaliyah Boston putting her arms in the way, Angel Reese would not be playing basketball anymore, because she was gonna sucker punch Caitlin Clark.
While the drama spun online, the Fever were putting on a clinic. They crushed the Sky 93-58 on their home court. Frustration set in for Chicago. When a team gets embarrassed that badly, emotions boil over. That's how the Clark-Reese confrontation unfolded. Not because of some mystery fan comments, but from getting completely dominated.
Oh, Tyler Marsh is about to get run out of Chicago. First things first, let's hear what Angel Reese has to say. Let's hear Angel Reese. And if you guys pay attention, listen to her voice and listen to how she's on the edge of breaking down. Very funny.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA.
Let's also watch the nervous body language, the nervous twitching. Yeah,
Our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people, and obviously in the moment it's hard to hear, but my support system is great.
After getting blown out by 35 points, Angel Reese shifted the focus from the scoreboard to the stands, claiming racist fan comments. But during the game, her attention was 100% on Caitlin Clark, not the crowd. Then she doubled down online, posting a TikTok calling Clark the white gal running from the fade. The game was physical, but the controversy manufactured.
What do you think the league's response, just coming out right away and getting that investigation going?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and they preach. I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously, the women in this league, they know that, and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond as they need to.
Were you able to?
Damn, I really wish Angel Reese would talk and step up about all of her fans calling people all these nasty names. Oh, how being silent is such a blessing. Such a blessing it is to be silent and have nobody being critical of you.
In a post-game interview, Reese painted herself as the victim, saying it was tough to hear certain things, despite zero evidence or reactions during the game. No players, coaches, or officials backed her claims. Her victim narrative clashed hard with her online trash talk just hours earlier.
And like Caitlin said, she answered it perfectly. She said, I didn't hear her say anything, but that doesn't mean anything happened. But now, when you have Caitlin saying that, and Bree Turner saying what she said, which implied she didn't hear her say anything, and Stephanie White saying what she said, which implied she didn't hear her say anything, and Kyler Marsh saying he found out when everyone else did, and myself, and no one, who was courtside, no cameras, no video, no nothing. What else are you supposed to think? Especially when the entire thing is vague. Especially when the line of questioning to Angel Reese is vague.
Caitlin Clark, in contrast, handled the situation with class, saying there's no place for hate in the game, while also confirming she didn't hear anything herself. She didn't play the victim. She didn't feed the drama. She just stayed professional and let her performance speak.
No one in those first few questions asked Angel what she saw or heard. Now, according to James Boyd of The Athletic, he said that she was later asked, were you able to give the WNBA details of where the general vicinity was? You heard stuff. And she said, that's not a me question, meaning it wasn't for her. Then later somebody asked, what would you like the league to do with those fans? And Sky PR interrupted, saying she already answered that.
This isn't the first time Angel Reese tried to flip the narrative after being outshined by Clark. From taunting in the national title game to now stirring controversy after a blowout loss, the pattern is clear. When Clark dominates, Reese changes the conversation.
But I really wish she would, first someone would ask her, and then, I think when she said it's hard to hear, meaning it's hard to hear as like you don't like to hear, or you couldn't actually hear. Just the whole vague aspect of it, and just kind of everybody just going along with it. When I don't know if there's anything to actually go along with.
Instead of celebrating a historic WNBA moment, 2.7 million viewers, the most in 25 years, the headlines got hijacked by baseless claims. The fever let their 93-58 win speak for itself. The sky, they leaned into distraction, but fans saw the truth. Clark rose, Reese deflected.
But right now, it is not a good look. It is certainly not a good look. Especially after the season just started, you get record ratings. Caitlin Clark's back, playing awesome basketball, gets a triple-double. Fever looked great. And somehow, it appears a couple of Twitter trolls have completely dictated the coverage of the WNBA.
Every time Angel Reese gets outplayed, a new controversy magically appears. While Caitlin Clark puts in the work and elevates the game, Reese leans into victimhood and lets her fan base launch attacks on Clark and her supporters. All without evidence. One plays through the noise, the other creates it.
Hey, Angel, how is it like dealing with the environment of people calling you all those names? Oh, if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. Oh, Angel, how did it feel? How did you push through that? Oh, well, obviously it's hard to hear. Wait, did it happen to you, or did you not hear anything happen to you? That's very interesting.
The WNBA's No Space for Hate initiative is now being used as a silencing tool. Criticize Reese's poor performance, and you're instantly labeled a hater. She shot 4 for 16 in a 35-point loss, but instead of owning it, drama once again takes center stage. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark just keeps making history. No distractions, just dominance.
Angel Reese, the WNBA came out and got ahead of any type of wrongdoing and are starting their own investigation. Can you please tell us what was said? Angel, can you please tell us what the fans said to you? Angel, can you please tell us what you heard when you were sitting at the check-in table? Angel, when you were acting like a complete unhinged lunatic, can you please tell us what the families of 4 were screaming at you from the stands? Oh, that's very interesting. I'm going to assume that this is a whole entire hoax. Is it not, Angel? Angel, do you think the WNBA is the most unserious basketball league in the history of the world? Next question. Oh, okay.
While the drama steals headlines, the Fever were putting on a basketball masterclass. Lexi Hull hustled for 9 points and 9 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston dropped a dominant 19 and 13, and Dana Bonner climbed into the record books. Indiana shot 47% as a team and locked Chicago down to just 29%. That's the real story.
58 points. 30 whatever point win. You know, embarrassing. They got embarrassed, and now this reaction is embarrassing. I almost can't believe it's real.
The WNBA launched a full investigation based on tweets, not evidence. Even Chicago's head coach admitted he heard about it only after the game, just like everyone else online. What actually happened? Indiana torched Chicago by 35 points. The Fever showed class and skill. Reese in the sky? No accountability. If you're with Indiana, comment, "I've got the Fever" below and stay locked in, because this team is just getting started.